All right, we are back. What's up, everyone? It has been a second since I posted, but I'm back again. Of course, right before the election here in the United States. That's where I'm located, is in the U.S., in Idaho to be specific. And we're going to be checking out gold. Okay, so we're just going to break down the gold chart. We're going to walk through it, talk about some scenarios, look at the dollar, where the dollar's at. On this is all going to be on the technical side of things. So buckle up. We're going to go through some freaking awesome technical reviews, and I hope you get a lot of information from it. However, some cool and exciting stuff to share with you. This month made month 4 of being in profit. So 4 months consistent of being profitable at the end of every single month. There were a couple other months that have been profitable. So out of the year, we're going in on month 11 right now. So it's November, the 11th month of the year. I feel like I don't know why I'm explaining to you how a calendar works, but I am. So, right, we're in month 11. Out of the 11 months, I've spent 8 months profitable. And then I've had 3 negative, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. 3 months that were not profitable. One of them was really break even, but I'm just going to count it as not profitable. So yeah, we had some great past trading months, but we're really ramping up into the season. A lot of people don't like to trade going into November, December, but I'm going to be honest. Some of my best trading months have been through December. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because everyone else is like, oh, I'm out of the market. I'm too scared. But I had some great trading months in December. So yeah, let's go ahead jump into this thing. As always, what did you see me doing? Okay, top down analysis. Hold on just a second. My dog is in the background freaking out. Okay, sorry about that. I had to put him out. I didn't even realize he came into the room, but he did. So I'm starting on a top-down analysis. Right now, gold is in a, what will we say? Upward trend. Pretty obvious spot. But what we want to know is, where is gold going to go from here? I don't care if it's in an upward trend. You can be in an upward trend and still get a pullback on the smaller time frame, right? So we're going to go ahead and drop into our 4-hour time frame. And I started drawing up this channel right here. And I'm not sure how. It's a very valid channel. I'm going to point out why. And I'm not sure if how this channel will continue to develop. I think it's going to hold true to the channel. But there's a couple of things that we spotted. You've seen me work through this before. Here is a flag right here where we pushed upward. We broke our old high there, and now we push back in. We got the same similar flag here, right? We pushed up, broke this high right here, and then we made another flag. Market pushes higher, made a steeper flag. Market pushes higher, flag here, market pushed higher. And so what we want to see is what I feel like might happen, and this is a strong might. We may get a continuation to the upside to push higher, and we'll be able to get a better feel of how that will look as we get deeper into this top-down analysis. So there's what we were looking for. We're obviously in an uptrend. We've seen some of the common themes, common patterns that have been displayed for us on here. Delete some of our drawings that kind of look like crap on here. That's gone. That's gone. Let's get rid of some stuff in here. And then I'm going to delete this until we get further into our analysis. Actually, let's keep these last 2 lines, and then we'll delete that. The lines that you're seeing on my chart are the liquidity zones that I would be looking at. This is going to be a crucial one that you see me highlighting right here. We're on our 4 hours, so this is going to be our 4-hour LQZ, liquidity zone. This will be our 1 hour OQZ. And then we'll have some lower time frames. Like this is really a 1 hour, but in the grand scheme of things, it's whatever. So you know what? I'm gonna mark it exactly how I would for myself here. 4 hour liquidity zone. This would be a daily. I'm spotting these on those time frames, but why am I changing them different? Though I'm spotting this on the 4 hour, this is going to take a day or two for this liquidity zone to be filled out. Right? We got to look at how many points are involved in a move like this. That's almost 2,000 pips. You're not going to get that in a single day. You may get a 500 pip move, a 600 pip move, and fill half of it, but you're not going to get that entire move filled out in a day. So this is going to be like a multiple day. I'll write this down just for the sake of it. Multiple. Let me move my mic so it may get a little noisy for a second. Multiple day LQZ target here. Okay. And now this now becomes more aligned right here when I'm saying a 4 hour, right? Because now on the 4 hour, this can be filled in a day, right? So it makes it more of an intraday target when I'm giving it a 4 hour. That's 700 points. So still would fall within like a day, a market open to a market open type of thing. Yeah, I could put a daily, but this is just how I mark through it. Okay. So there's that. There's my reasoning. And I drew this channel because I noticed this right here. This is the only reason I drew this channel. Okay. Grab my highlighter. This area right here. And then this. These 2 points, dead serious, are the main reasons I even decided, hey, this is honestly starting to develop somewhat of a channel. And the thing about a channel is a channel can have two meanings. It can either mean a reversal is approaching or a continuation is approaching, but it all depends how price is moving within that channel. Right? And that's what I'm going to get into today as we get further in depth of this analysis. So these two things right here, these flags gave me the validation that this is a valid channel. Okay, you start to see structure based inside of the channel. Again, we had a rejection here, price pushes up. We had a rejection here, and now we had a rejection here, and no rejection down here, right? So this would be a 1, a 2, and then we look for a third touch possibly down here, right? This being 1. First move, second move, we're in the midst of a third move, and now our third move could be a push higher for the continuation like I was talking about, or a retracement lower, where we might start to get somewhat of a dip in gold, something like this, for price to finally give us a break on gold's climb that it's been on. But we don't have to. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. You got talks of war, elections going on, it just a whole mess of stuff. And gold being such a strong backing as a currency, this could be something people continuously invest in over the next couple years. All right, so we have our channel. I just gave you the reasons why. There's a bit of structure, right? This is move number 1. We have our impulse. Okay, that's move number 2 after our impulse. We get the first bit of a flag, which pushes higher, doesn't break our second touch, okay? Doesn't break our second touch on the trend line. Instead, gives us a slowed down area of price momentum, gives us a drop, giving us a bit of a descending channel where we could get this potential third touch here or a rejection, grab this liquidity, and then push higher. And that's what I'm about to go into depth right now. So let's go ahead, drop down off of our 4 hour time frame. And before we do that, let's leave a note. Okay. Again, I'm going to give me a second here. I'm going to move my microphone, so if it's a little noisy, I apologize. I just want to make sure like I'm giving you good audio recording right now. Actually, I'll just pause this. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's leave ourselves a note. And this is great to do, great advice for anyone when you're doing top down like this. On our 4-hour time frame, we noticed a channel that is starting to form due to the structure that is being provided. This is showcased by the large bull flag given, and then the impulse and second rejection, right? Then price pushed away, starting to give us a pattern within a pattern. And now look, that's not original. I did learn that from someone, a pattern within a pattern. The first person I learned that from was Mark Hutchison. Shout out to you, Mark. A phenomenal coach. I was with his community for like 3 months or 4 months, and I picked up some like key stuff, and then over the course of the years I've just been developing on top of it, like for my trading personality. So here's what I've come to. And this was like 4 years ago when I first learned from Mark. I digress. So there's a pattern within a pattern, which means this adds more weight to what we're seeing, more validity. This adds more weight to the overall pattern I'm noticing. All right. Now we will look for a overall third touch of the pattern, or a continuation after grabbing liquidity. Boop. So look, it's always really important that you leave yourselves notes like this, especially trying to track your thought process. Sometimes it'll be like in your brain, but you'll forget stuff. So just make sure that you do this. And look, I'm butchering some spelling. Let me fix this. Okay, perfect. Now we're into our hour time frame. And this, I can't preach the importance of this enough. Please do your top-down analysis. If the first thing that you do is you come into a chart and all you see is this right here, you have no clue what is going on. This stuff's important. You have to be able to build that bigger picture. So let me zoom back out, because look, I just saw this on the 4-hour, but the 1 hour is just going to add greater context. Okay. And let's just go over this one. Look, we had this beautiful flag here, and then we broke this high, and then we've consolidated above it in the form of a, guess what, flag, where we got continued moves up. Okay. Where we got the start of this flag, where we broke above this high, consolidated, formed a flag, and took the price higher. That's been a common theme on gold this year. I just wanted to highlight that flag right there because it was just so textbook, so beautiful. And even if you missed trying to grab the liquidity here on this flag and you got into here on this move and just let gold do its thing, this thing pushed for 1,100 points upwards. Insane move. You don't even got to be a part of the whole thing, just catching some of it, Why not? Right now, we just got this flag, okay, and then we came up and, like I said, rejected. So let's talk about that second and third touch. Or second touch, third touch right here on gold. This flag was a 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we got a third right here, where again we broke above. What we do, consolidate in the form of a flag before price pushed higher. Man, gold is almost textbook, y'all. Got to be a part of these moves. So we saw price slow down way clearer. Once you're zoomed in, right, price is starting to look a little more choppy, a little more messy. Sometimes you get clarity as you zoom out of the picture. On the 4 hour, this was just a really flat piece of price where you see price on the 4 hour where it's just a bunch of tiny candles like this right here. This is typically a sign, and I'm talking about this, that price is slowing down, okay? When price starts to shape up like this right here, it's usually giving you an indication of, depending on the area it comes to, right? If we're just approaching an old high like this, is shaping up, or we're approaching a trend line that's held significance on a higher time frame, you can look for areas where price is starting to slow down. You're getting a slowed down movement in momentum, which will give you an indication that you can look for a rejection typically in that area for price to continue lower. Not going to go too much in that because that's a whole freaking lesson within itself. And what I'm looking for now is price giving us this. Okay, I'm starting to look for structure within this because before all we had was, let me grab our replay, was this bit of price. Okay, it wasn't very clear what it wanted to do. It's just kind of playing around. It's like, is it wanting to go higher? As they say, it's just consolidating. Let's grab our box. Like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that's nowhere land. Not much is going on. It's just consolidation for the most part. But as we take that off, delete off our highlighter marks, we have to allow the chart more room to breathe. So that's exactly what we did. Now there was a trade here that I took actually Sunday to Monday. It lasted 12 hours, but it gave us 100 points, 100 to 150 pips off of it. I'm not going to get into why I took that trade or how, but we need price to develop some more. So that's what we do. We sit here. It starts looking like it's going to go lower, does what gold does, fakes out, goes higher, and now we're back to where we currently are, where it starts to give us this picture. What I want to see now is how price is going to react to this area. Is it going to break this area? And if it does, I'm going to wait for the next pullback, see if it wants to grab any of this liquidity here or here, tap into it, and then go higher and collect this high right here. Or we might, depending how it breaks it, if it gives us a strong break, wait for the next pullback, then take it higher too, giving us some type of flag down here in this area to continue higher, right? That was the continuation I was talking about. But on the smaller time frame that we're on, I'd love to see how price reacts, getting us a break either below here, or it's still not going to tell us a whole lot. We might get this just drawn out channel like that right there, where we got our top and then we are getting our bottom of the channel, where price will just slowly continue to trickle down like this, and then all of a sudden, like, you'll get a small inclination of a flag somewhere in here before it just drops out of the sky. I'm sure you've seen that before, where like it's kind of trending down like this, and then all of a sudden it just drops out of nowhere, right? It seems. So there's some key areas that we're looking for in this bit of price, and I'm gonna draw on a channel if, right, if the only reason I will draw on a channel for this is all depending how it reacts in this area right here. So let's go ahead and drop down one more time onto our lower time frame, okay? That's our 30-minute time frame, which I've been using pretty frequently. We do get a bit of structure here. Excuse me. And we're looking to see if price breaks this liquidity or if it wants to come down and grab this bit of liquidity. That's our options we're looking at. So here or here, I would look for price to either come up, grab this like so, and then tap back down into these lows. Okay, so it fails to break that high. It just kind of grabs it, pushes back down, gives us a little bit of a flag. We could look for some lower moves down here into our 1 hour liquidity that we talked about, or into this low where we'd see how price reacts to it. Okay, we could get something like that as well. But let's drop down into our 15-minute time frame and let's take some stuff back and some stuff off. So we're going to take that off. And for right now, like I said, I don't know if I want to draw that trend on the top yet. What I tell you, I have to see how it reacts into this area. I'm going to put on my liquidity here. And as I'm noticing, there was a little bit of liquidity that kind of got tapped into right there. Okay. Something that I need to keep in mind. Okay. But I really like this area. Because then the reason I would use this one and not this one, not to give too long-winded of an answer, I'm trying to be mindful of my time, is we got this liquidity, but really it was this right here. It tapped into this high, broke it, dropped back down, faked some people out, and then continued to move lower, right? Tapped into this low. Now it pushed back up, made this high, and now we came lower. So now that's why I would use this one over this one there. So I'm using this. I want to see if price breaks that or if it goes down. I think it was here into this one. Let's check our 30 again. Here. Boop. Right there. Yep. And there's our other target. Okay, so we're kind of, as I say, reading between the lines at the moment. And now I'm not going to be looking to trade. However, if there's an opportunity, I will position myself at a low enough risk that I can still capitalize on the mood if I feel like I just can't miss out on the trade. Okay, I'm not going to go full tilt, try and make all my money in one day. It doesn't work like that. So will we get a tap into price here? Then a push back up. A little bit of a low, forming this. Before tapping into highs? Or will I get a rejection? Sorry, click off of that. Okay, look at this is our third touch area on a trend. Now this is a lower time frame, so lower time frame trends don't really hold as much weight. Still valid, but don't hold as much weight. Will we get a move higher now to tag this high and then possibly come back down into these lows? giving us a flag before dropping down into these. So those would be my thought processes right there on gold. Those are my target areas that I'm looking at. I just told you where, how, why, if you want to see that. And then as far as upside goes, I would fib it right here. Boom. For that. And then into this high here. Not this one, but when it finishes move, because this is our second touch before coming up, giving us our third touch. Right? We have more of like this arching pattern into here. So it's still like kind of the same move in a sense. So I would use that, and then I would look for a target. These are just fib levels, right? We have a second target at 2,900, and our first target would be around 2,800. Obviously, we would tap the old high first. So 1, 2, and then 3. Long ball game. 2,900 gold. People talked about 3,000. You know, I'm here for the ride. I'm not trying to force my mind onto it. The US market is spiking some. Let's go ahead and look at our top down on this. Man, dude, I was just calling the crap out of the dollar this year. It's been insane. I've had one of the best trading years I've ever had. I've had some trades that have yielded me 200%. I've been profitable for 8 months out of 11 months of the year. Maybe this will make 9 and 10 coming into November and December. And that right there is rock solid. I'm beyond pleased with it, to say the least. So the dollar grabbed our liquidity. Right, this is one of my daily zones. And I'm paying attention to how it did it. And look, right here, it just barely tapped into it and then gave us a strong impulse up. And it kind of is giving us the look of a flag. So it looks like we might get a rally of the dollar possibly coming into this election. And then where we would start to tap into some of these highs here. Doesn't have to do that, right? It doesn't have to do anything. But it just all depends. You know, if we can get a break of this, okay, we get a break, not a rejection with the drop. Okay, if you get a rejection then a push down, you're going to look for more lows. But if we get a break above, rejection off the top, we're going to be looking for a rally of the dollar into these old highs right here. So that's how I'm going to be looking at the dollar to determine if, I mean, seriously, just that simple right here. Is it going to break this? Okay, it breaks it. How's it break it? It breaks above, pulls back into the area here, gives us a nice flag. We'll look for some more highs on the dollar after the election, or we could get a rejection here. We get a stronger rejection than a flag, we're going to be looking to target lows into here in this area. Daily zone 2 for sure. So there's our dollar. And with that being said, hopefully you got some value from this lesson. Sorry I've been a little MIA, but this lesson should have more than made up for it. I dropped a lot of sauce inside of here, and I'm just kind of pulling back the curtains. I'm done trying to be like all secretive and everything else. Like, you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It just is what it is. There's so much value just inside of my TradingView channel that if you go back and watch enough videos, you can start to piece stuff together. And that's what I want to do. Provide as much value as possible so that you, the trader that's using TradingView as a platform, can get better, that you can improve, that you can get more out of yourself. I want this to be not something that you just do for a week. You know, this is a process. This is a journey. Like I said, I'm on year 5 of trading right now. 5 years of trading. I didn't just pick this up overnight. this is going to be a journey, and like thankfully there's a platform like TradingView where you can come on, find other traders and mentors and speakers to learn from and really get some value from them. And that's what I want to do, provide as much value as I can for the freebie. Shout out to TradingView. I appreciate you. Thanks for being patient with me. And yeah, I will drop some more videos coming soon with a lot more secrets unveiled. So if you want to see those, be sure to follow me here on TradingView, where I will be revealing all the secret sauce. Whatever you love it, have it. I'm not holding back anymore. You can have every single freaking secret detail I have in my trading plan, all for you. Till next time, peace.